Welcome. My name is Carol Rios, clinical hypnotherapist. I'd like to introduce some techniques that I use during my sessions with clients that help them to free up their emotional energy. The subconscious mind is listening to every thought, every question, every assumption, every feeling, and feels every emotion, and it never sleeps. It is said that the way the inner mind or subconscious mind interprets all of life is on a literal basis. And what we say to ourselves in the privacy of our own thoughts has profound effects upon our lives and our experiences. Within a nanosecond of having a negative thought, a negative feeling, your body, your heart, your brain secretes hormones that destroy the cells of your body. Within the blinking of an eye, you are either healing or destroying your body on a moment-by-moment basis. The body's energetic system and the emotional freedom that can come from the technique that was based on what Dr. Callahan, a psychotherapist, had discovered while working with one of his patients, devised a technique to aid his patients in relieving their negative emotional reactions to circumstances from the past. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's one of the #1 meridian-based techniques that are now being developed worldwide. It works by tapping on a series of points on the body that correspond to the acupuncture points in the energy meridian system. This is a transformational power of tapping on acupuncture points to clear emotional patterns. This has been used in development of a series of processes that have been called by several different names, like thought field therapy, EFT. Dr. Callahan came upon this first discovery by chance while working with a woman who had been troubled by a fear of water for many years. After working with her for about a year and a half without much success, she mentioned in a session that along with the fear she was experiencing discomfort in her stomach. Having studied the energy meridians, Dr. Callahan knew that the stomach meridian starts just below the eye. And out of curiosity and with her permission, he tapped a few times on this point below the eye with his fingertips. And to their amazement, her water phobia disappeared instantaneously. This was around 1980, and to our knowledge, her fear of water has never returned. You see, this meridian technique can be used on almost any unbalanced emotional problem or issue. This energy balancing can be described as an emotional form of acupuncture without the needles, which releases stuck emotions by rebalancing the body's energy system. It works to address and clear any unconscious blockages in the meridian system, which is the interface between the energy field and the physical body. When there are blockages in the energy field, there are corresponding disruptions in the flow through the meridian system. These blockages are reflected in the unconscious thoughts and emotions and in the functioning of the physical body. Imbalances usually occur as the result of difficult or traumatic situations. Whenever we are unable to express and release our emotions as they occur, they tend to stay with us and inhabit our unconscious. This technique can be used by anyone who wants to make improvements in his or her life. The techniques are very easy to use. There is no special skill or understanding of the meridian system in order to use this work. Nothing is required other than you learn the sequence of tapping. The true healing of this approach is holistic. It considers all of the parts of the whole body, mind, and energetic system as one, and deals with the source of the problem, rather than just relieving the symptoms. And as we continue to open to new forms of healing, we have become more and more aware of how everything is connected. Any emotional disturbance also has a mental and spiritual connection, and sometimes even the physical component. True healing includes clearing the blockages on all 4 levels and expands our understanding and our awareness of our true selves. Negative emotions and thoughts can be extremely harmful to our well-being. They actually affect the cellular level, physically, emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. No one would intentionally produce thoughts that would make them depressed or unhappy or sick, defeat their chances of realizing their dreams and goals, success, or cause them to gain weight, generate stress in the body, or produce physical illness. Yet this happens all the time. And the origin of the negative thoughts and emotions that plague us is from the unconscious mind. And since it is generally being left unobserved, the subconscious or unconscious mind responds in the best way it can, based on what's been programmed into it. It has received from ourselves and our family, our peers, our environment, and society as a whole, all of the programming for an entire lifetime. When we are healthy and balanced, we are able to be full and complete expressions of our soul, and we are free of any energetic interference on all 4 levels. Unfortunately, this is not generally the case. Most of us have blockages in our energy fields that create problems on all levels, and true healing involves clearing these blockages so we can experience a state of balance and wholeness, which ultimately leads us on a spiritual journey. The goal is to achieve increasing states of joy, love, and freedom. And this is the focus of this energy balancing technique. My name is Rios. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and emotional freedom practitioner. And now we're going to begin to use this wonderful technique for healing many different issues. And when we do this, we're going to be tapping on either side of the body, so whichever, doesn't matter which side you use. Okay, so we're going to begin by tapping on the karate chop point. This is the setup, meaning to set up the issues, setting them up so that we can knock them down. And just in like a bowling alley where you knock the pins down, these pins that are knocked down, these issues that are knocked down, are dissolved. And that's what's so great about this technique, is that it's like 80% of a success rate, where people that have eliminated, dissolved these issues, they never really return, okay? If we do this correctly, a lot of the issues will dissolve automatically because they're interconnected, all right? So that's why we want to shoot for the issue that you're feeling the most pain from. That's the one that's usually closest to the front, which would be the source of all of your issues. All right, so let's begin, all right? Picking your issue. Even though I feel, okay? Even though I feel this pain, this anger, this betrayal, this addiction, I deeply and totally love and accept myself. That's the phrase, that's the setup, all right? So say it again, repeat it. Even though I feel angry, betrayed, lost, abandoned, unloved, I feel pain. I feel an addiction, a craving for fill in the blanks. I deeply and totally love and accept myself. All right. And to continue, as you're tapping there, I deeply and totally love and accept myself. Many people, when they first hear that, they think, well, maybe I don't love and accept myself. That's fine for right now. But you'll also add to that, and even though I don't know what it feels like to love and accept myself, or maybe I don't love and accept myself, I still deeply and totally love and accept myself. You say it anyway, because we're not dealing with the conscious mind here. We're dealing with the body mind, which is the subconscious mind, all right? Your subconscious mind, your body, just like every other creature and element of the universe, is a part of the divine love. So we're going to say this to the subconscious mind, and it will take it literally, just like it takes everything literally. So even though I have this issue of pain and suffering, this issue of abandonment, I feel betrayed, I feel angry, I deeply and totally love and accept myself. I desperately desire to know what it feels like to be free of this issue. Name the issue. I desperately desire to know, what does it feel like to be free of this? Show me, subconscious mind. Show me, heart. Show me, soul, spirit, whatever, however you want to word this. What it feels like to be free of this issue. I have suffered enough. I have suffered way too long. And now I want to know what it feels like to be free of this issue, to be free of this pain, this fear, this anger, this betrayal, this craving, once and for all. I'm done suffering. I want to feel free now. Okay. And even though I don't know if this is true, I don't know if I even believe this, I deeply and totally love and accept myself, even though. Very good. With your index finger or your middle finger, you're going to begin tapping where the eyebrow meets the bridge of your nose, right here. We're going to go down the body as we tap on the meridians, all right? So now say the issue. Just repeat the issue. This pain, this suffering, this betrayal, this anger, this addiction, this fear, name it, this sadness, this grief. All right, tapping at least 7 to 10 times. Same thing here on the side of the eye, where the bone kind of curves over into the eye socket, all right? Tapping there, this sadness, this issue, this pain, this suffering. I want it gone. I want it released from my body, my mind, all right? Under the eye. If you were looking straight ahead, your pupil, in direct line with the pupil, right there on the round crest of your cheekbone, okay? 7 to 10 times. This issue, this pain, this suffering, this sick feeling, this fear. I want it gone. I want to know what it feels like to have it gone. Like under the nose, in that little groove right there above your lip, this issue, again, naming them. Pain, the suffering, this fear, this anger. Under the lip, above the chin in that little groove, this anger, this pain, this suffering. 7 to 10 times. All right, now we move to the collarbone. And the collarbone running along both sides, and then you have this little scoop in the center. So you're going to pick either side, and it's right there where the bone comes to that curve in the neck. This pain, this suffering, either side, this betrayal, this anger. I deeply and totally want it to leave. All right, now under the arm, about 4 fingers below the armpit. And the ladies, right there where your bra strap goes around. Okay, now you're going to tap there. This anger, this pain, this suffering, this betrayal, this phobia, this fear, this addiction, this craving. Okay, now we move to the hand. And if it's either hand, take a hand and you have your palm facing you. Okay? It's right there on the side, okay? This pain, this suffering, this issue, this anger, this betrayal. Feel that. Feel the emotion as you're saying it. I want this gone. I want this over. Next finger, same thing. This pain, this betrayal, this sadness, this grief, this addiction, this craving. I want it gone now. Again, this pain, this suffering, this addiction, this issue I have been dealing with for too long. I want it gone now. I want to know what it feels like to be free of this once and for all. Skipping the ring finger, that's the triheater. Going to the pinky, the heart meridian. This heartbreak, this pain, this suffering, this betrayal, this sadness, this addiction. Alright? And right here between these 2 bones that run between the pinky knuckle and the ring finger knuckle, okay, right in there is called a gamut. We're going to tap there. This pain, this suffering. Alright, you say those issues. Now, looking straight ahead, as you're tapping on the gamut point, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to open your eyes. You look down with your eyes to the left. You look down with your eyes to the right. You make a big circle with your eyes and tour the room. And then go all the way around the opposite direction. Now, I want you to imagine, as you keep tapping on your gamut point, that there's a tube running up and down through the spine, alright? It's running up and down through the spine. It comes out the top of your head. Imagine that you can breathe through that tube, right through the top of your head, right? I want you to inhale, and as you inhale, you look straight up towards the ceiling, okay? Like this. Exhale down, looking down. And imagine you're just blowing all of your issues into the earth. Okay, inhale again. Inhale through the ceiling this time. Pulling in that wonderful energy and blow it out. Down into the earth, deep, deep, deep to the core. Your emotion. Say, I feel angry. I have an addiction. Just say the phrase and feel if it's still at the same intensity, the same number. Remember, we first assessed on a scale of 1 to 10 how intense our feeling was. Feel now. Is it less? Is it all the way down? If it's not all the way down to a 0, then you just repeat the whole sequence over again. This time, when you begin, you say, "This, even though I have this remaining fear, I was at an 8, 9, or 10, let's say, 7, doesn't matter. Now I'm at a 2 or 3 or 4. So if it's a 2, it's 20% of your life force energy is still feeding into this belief system. 30%. 40%. If it's a 4 or 5, 50%. That's way too much of your energy. feeding into this belief, this emotion, this negative emotion. So you don't deserve that. You deserve to be free of this. So you keep tapping and you keep doing the rounds until it's completely at a zero. But you add the phrase, this remaining feeling of cravings and fear, anger, whatever it is, even though I still have this remaining fear, even though it's at 20%, I don't deserve to have my energy leaking out into this belief system at 20%, not even 1%. It doesn't matter what it is. I deserve to be this remaining 20, 30, 40%. This remaining 20, 30, 40%, whatever the percentage is. I deserve to be free of this pain, this anger. I deserve to be free of it. I deserve to be free of it. I don't deserve to have any percentage of my life force energy moving into this belief system or this craving or this depression. I deserve to be free of this 20%, this remaining issue, this remaining fear, this remaining issue, this remaining fear, this remaining issue. I deserve to be free of this remaining 20%, this remaining 30%, whatever it is, this remaining craving, anger, fear, depression, sadness, whatever it is. Close your eyes, open your eyes, look down to the left, look down to the right. Make a big circle with your eyes, the other way around. Inhale through the tube, looking up. Exhale, looking down. Big inhale. All the way through the roof into the sky, and exhale down into China. And now hum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Assess again. Where do you feel it? Does it still remain? You need to do it again. If so, repeat the whole sequence again until it's down to a zero, until you're feeling free. Right now you're probably feeling a lot better, a lot more relaxed. That is a natural state of being. Do you remember seeing a little baby when they're being held by their mother or their father and they're being nurtured and loved and their bodies are just so deeply relaxed? That's the natural state of being. That's the natural state of your body, to feel free, to feel at peace, to feel relaxed, to feel comfortable. You deserve it.